Hi everyone, and welcome to today's tutor tip. Today I want to address a common misconception that some ESL tutors may have. And that misconception is that they should never let their students use their native language in tutoring sessions. So there's a balance to this, as with everything. But with my lower level students especially, I really encourage them to translate new vocabulary into their own language and to not just write down an English definition of a vocabulary word, but also a translation into their own language. So this is really important to help students make that connection between English and the meaning or concept or word in their own language. And sometimes languages have different number of words for concepts than other languages do. For example, if you know Spanish, you know that the word no in English actually has two different words in Spanish. And also there's lots of other examples with languages where maybe a language has multiple words that translate to English as only one word. So this kind of translation is really necessary for teasing out the differences between languages. The other reason that it's important to let students use their own language at times is just for the sake of efficiency. So honestly, sometimes trying to explain the meaning of a word, especially a very abstract word, to a lower level student is going to take a lot of time when you could very easily let them look up a translation or use a bilingual picture dictionary and boom, like that, they've got the meaning and you can move on. So for the sake of efficiency, it can be really important. And we don't want that language translation to become a crutch. So if you get to a point where a student is translating everything word for word that they're reading to you, then you know that probably it's becoming a crutch for them, and you need to ease them out of that, encourage them to use their native language less and less, and to use English more and more. Encourage them to not just look up a translation, but try to give them an English definition or in your own words and see if they can understand it that way. But don't be afraid to use a translation if it's needed, and don't prevent students from looking up words in a translator or writing down notes in their own language about their understanding of the meanings of new English words. So I just wanted to put that out there because I think there's a fear that maybe if you let your students use their own language, they won't actually learn English as well. But that's unfounded. It's okay to let them use their own language, especially in early stages, especially for low-level learners, and they should gradually use it less and less as they become more advanced. So I hope that puts some of your fears to ease, and thanks for tuning in to today's tutor tip.